Could it work for you? Do you want to go in the sun, or do you want to move?
Just trying to get in.
Can we just talk a little bit about Bishop Sankey, and maybe not how he's ascended from last year, but just kind of maybe something that you noticed that's different this year, as he's obviously just kind of seemed to have taken off into the stratosphere as far as.
I think it's more of his leadership, and the experience speaks for itself. He's just a natural runner. And as you can see in the last two games, some of those yardage is just Bishop just making people miss, and the natural feel that he has for running the football. Sometimes it takes a couple of years to develop that, but with Bishop, he's just so natural at doing it. So that's the thing that makes him kind of separate him from a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And been in the offense now for 3 years, and it really helps. So it was good to see.
Do you think the new kind of up-tempo offense plays into his hands? Is it conducive to his style and his game?
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. He's more of, you look at Oregon and, trying to compare it to their offense and some of the backs they had in the past, kind of very similar to Bishop, and obviously you can see it now in the second quarter, especially in the first drive in the Illinois game. You see Bishop, he was 7 straight run plays, and you can see the difference he made, just being back there, patient, making people miss, because obviously the defense is getting tired and most of the guys are in run gaps, and him understanding that stuff is really helping them.
He had mentioned something about learning patience, as seeing the plays, and the reps in practice and the games. Is there something that you kind of teach to him, or is that something that just comes naturally for him?
For him, it's natural. And, for me, coaching, make sure he understands the things that he's seen in front of him, his reads. But once the first level breaks, man, it's all on Bishop, and I try to drill as much as you can. How to make people miss and understanding what coverage you see. Those are the things that I can bring to the table for him. But most of the time, it's just Bishop making people miss,
Go ahead.
He's starting to get a lot of national acclaim. Do you like to see that?
You know what? It really don't matter to him. He's one of those kids that's very, he's all about winning. He's a team guy. He's really a laid-back guy. We don't talk much about it. He doesn't talk much about it. He's just doing his job, and that's the unique thing about Bishop. He's a great kid, great family, and it's showing. You never hear Bishop's Bishop. He's the same guy if he was rushing for 50 yards to 200. So I'm really proud of the kid.
That said, do you think he belongs in the national conversation?
That's not for me to, that's, our job is to win football games here, and obviously, and put him in the right place to help our team win football games. And then after the year, then we'll talk about it. But right now, he's just doing his job, and that's what he's doing.
Donnie, I know it's tough for you because you didn't coach running backs last year, but is there something unique or different about Bishop this year, maybe just as a player, that you've seen in terms of his evolution, his maturation?
Like I said before, his leadership in our room, and obviously, Bishop is a natural running back, and he could do it all. Not only he could run the football, he could catch the football, and and obviously, last year, he showed the same stuff that he's showing this year. It's just his overall understanding of defenses and things like that that's helping him. And obviously the offense is different than a year ago, and that's helping Bishop too. Guys are getting tired, and Bishop is good in space, making people miss. And obviously in the last two games, that's what you saw. Later in the second half, guys were falling on the ground because they were tired, and Bishop made a miss and scored touchdowns.
How's his pass protection?
Awesome. That's one area he's getting better at. And we work on that every day and trying to make him a complete back. And obviously, that's probably the most improving area that I see in Bishop now is his pass pro.
When you see a situation like Dwayne and kind of what happened to him at Illinois, what do you do as his position coach to kind of get him back in the right frame of mind?
I understand. Fumbling is part of the game. You don't drill the fumble. Obviously you try to build him up and make sure he doesn't lose his confidence, and then come back and work. And it's a physical part when you lose the football. The part that gets you as a coach is the mental part of the game, and obviously he understands that. And after the game, I told him, hey, all the great ones, Bishop, for example, I always go back. The First time he touched on kickoff return versus Nebraska, what happened? He fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, and look at what happened. It's the way he reacts, after that. And I think Dwayne has done a good job at practice so far this week.
I was gonna say, how would you have kind of characterized his bounce back?
Oh, it's been awesome. He's, like I said, he had a great week of practice so far, and obviously with doing some extra stuff to make sure he secured the football. But he knows, and he cares, and obviously he's working really hard at it, and looking for him to have a great game this Saturday.
When you coming into the season, Deontay Cooper comes in healthy. Everybody feels pretty good about it, but now we're into the season. Can you speak to maybe, are we going to see the Deontay Cooper that we saw when he was a freshman? Do you think that he's going to make it? I mean, how's he looking?
There's no doubt. That's my expectation.
Yeah.
I want to see Cooper, play really well, and hopefully he could be in the mix. Saturday he's going to play a lot for us, so, I'm hoping to have him back like when he first got here, with all the expectation and all that. But, he still got some work to do. But he looks pretty good at practice today, so looking forward to seeing him.
So do you ever take a kind of a second in your office and kind of look at these guys and what they're doing and kind of go, man, these guys have made my transition pretty darn good?
They're great kids, and it's an awesome group, a fun group to work with. And, most of them, most of the guys that kind of known them, their background, because I recruited, most of them. And obviously all of them we recruited, since we've been here. So, I kind of know their background and things like that. But, man, it's a great group to work with. And easy kids to work with, and I'm proud of them, and I'm having a blast, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah. Apologize if you've already been asked. Dwayne Washington, is he have bounced back this week? Start
No
seeing
doubt.
confident?
Yeah, no doubt. He had 2 solid days of practice, really working hard on ball security and things like that. But yes, he'll play a lot Saturday.
So I was also special teams real quick. John Ross, how would you kind of characterize his work from week 1 to week 2, and what do you see from him going forward?
Oh, he's coming along. Obviously he took a big hit and kind of, as a freshman, true freshman, being back there running football. This week has spent a lot of time, make sure he understands exactly where his eyes should be on returns and things like that. And I think he's going to bounce back. Obviously he was a little banged up after the big hit, and there was a couple of two punts there that he should have filled, but he didn't. But that's just come with him having trust and understanding of where the returns are going.